Okay.
Yep, and I'm going to show you. Doug wanted me to show you guys checklists,
Yeah.
and it all happens in the opportunity.
Where do I get like forms and stuff? Like say I wanted to look up the buyer fee.
That's in DocuSign.
Okay. Like,
So all forms are in DocuSign, but you link them back to your command inside of the opportunity. But to actually get to the forms, they're in DocuSign.
but like in DocuSign, it won't let me have access to any of the forms because I'm not part of the NAR yet.
And that's a problem. So until you're a member of a board, you don't have access to your forms. Okay, so you got to join your board. Must join your board. Yeah. Once you do that, you have access to all your forms. In the meanwhile, you can come to another agent to ask them to print them or whatever, and you got to do it by hand.
Okay.
All right. Now, you can upload those forms up in the DocuSign, but then you got to put a bunch of text boxes on them. I mean, I want you to think about it this way. Whether you have it in cash, you have it on a credit card. Okay. Think about it this way. Once you join your board, you get access to all your documents. Now you can actually work. Until you do that, you really can't work efficiently. You cannot work efficiently, okay? You don't have the ability to create documents electronically, quickly, right? You don't have the ability to send them for signature quickly and get them back with certification. And you want that. You want it on your very first deal.
I do.
So,
but I have to upload like what?
Right. It's a lot more work is the point.
Yeah.
Efficient. It's the amount of time you put in for the profit you get out, right? It's that cost benefit analysis. And you want even your first deal to be profitable. So as soon as you can, bite the bullet and join the board. Now, the farther you get into the year, they prorate you. So at the beginning of the year, it's 550, 500, whatever it is. Now we're in almost May.
Last time I looked, it was 536.
Yeah, so when you get to like July, it starts to cut down, but how much money are you going to lose and how many hours are you going to lose between those 2 points? This is the question you got to ask yourself, okay? So the sooner you do that, the better, all right? Now, you get other stuff too. You get networking opportunities, you get access to CP that's at a discount, which you could spend that money on more expensive CP throughout the year too to get your 7 credits. So don't do that. Take that extra money that you would spend on the extra CP dollars and get your board membership. Okay, top priority.
Is that difference between the board membership?
Your CE? No, that RAMP is the board.
Oh.
Yeah. So RAMP is Realtors Association of Metro Pittsburgh, which is your board for Allegheny County. Then there's a board out in Beaver called BCAR, Beaver County Association of Realtors. So that's the Beaver board. So every county has its own board, and you can join any board. Beaver's less expensive than Allegheny County. You could save maybe $30 there. So there are ways to get it down to like $485 or whatever it is. I mean, it's your biggest cost of the year for sure, you know, other than your monthly dues, because that ends up being about $1,200 a year, and the board is significantly less than that. So your monthly dues are really your biggest expense, and the board is your second most biggest expense. But you got to have it. You got to have it, and then you can use your designator as a realtor instead of saying real estate salesperson, right? And so you can update your signature with that, and you can market yourself too, because NAR has opportunities for you to market yourself. When you join the board, you get a NAR membership and a PAR membership, and both of those organizations are your lobbying groups, one at the state level, one at the national level, and they're who you go to when you want to lodge a complaint about your industry or whatever. Not that I've ever done that in 6 years, but they're there for that. They're there for advocacy, but also they're there to provide you with networking opportunities, okay, and resources. So Doug wanted me to show you a little bit about checklists today. And I know we don't have any of our PC folks with us, but you guys were here. You guys are PC folks too. I just been online people. And so I'm going to show you what checklist customization looks like in Command, although I'm going to tell you I've never used it. Okay, I don't customize my checklist in Command. I love the checklist that Universal offers, because I think that's lovely, because it's more from a closing perspective, right? Pre-closing, post-closing kind of thing. This checklist is really transactional all the way through. It covers everything. And it covers so much that I really don't see a need to add to it, right? I really don't. But it depends on how you want to do it and how you work. It's loading. This thing's a little bit slow. But I'll be honest with you. I've been in this 6 years, and I have a checklist memorized in my head of what I need to do on every year.
Thank you.
Right? And do I miss things sometimes? Never. Never. I've never missed a thing. That's a lie. I miss things just like anybody does. And I probably should up my checklist game. Okay. But ladies, I mean, I've done a lot of tax returns and a lot of paperwork and a lot of forms and a lot of checklists, okay? So you got to just do what works for you. Now, let me show you something here. Here we're on the team side of my life, and we're looking at a listing that we have active. And if we scroll over a little bit so that we can actually get into that puppy, because I'm not on my own computer. Here we go. If I get into these opportunity details, and this is going to happen in every opportunity you go into, you're going to see this little checklist guy right here. Everybody see how it says 0 of 0 because I've checked off nothing on this checklist. Okay. But if you open that up, there it goes. There is no checklist created for a listing side in this particular stage, but you can create one yourself. This is where you can customize and you can add any item you like. So we're in showing active. And I want to say, drop off marketing material and giveaways to listing. So it's really, really easy to just create your own checklist and you can make it as customizable as you want. You can show completed items, you can hide completed items. I'm going to get into the buyer side. That's on the listing side so that you can see a checklist that's already there. Here we go. This one actually just closed. And I can see that the person on my team that closed it didn't move it into the right spot. So we'll have to work on that with her. So let's see if I can get this thing to do it quickly. There it goes. Let me move it over. Sorry, it's so slow. Come on. It didn't move it. There it goes. It's tricky to move your opportunity from one stage to the other. When you click and hold it and drag it over the stage that you want it to move to, you need to make sure that that box turns green for you. See it right there? Green. It highlights it in green. And then from there, it'll let you close it out. This one was supposed to close on the 22nd, and it did. Okay, but here, I'll show you what the checklist looks like in here. And I'm sure Danny's not using checklists, so we should have another blank. Yeah. So let me take you over to the personal side because I have a team set up under my command login. And under the personal side, let me see if it's going to default to default checklist for us. There it goes. Let's check out a buyer here. There we go. And let's see what we have pre-populated for Malik on checklists. Here we go. Here's a checklist with 10 items on it. So here's an example of a default checklist for a buyer who's under contract and currently in inspection category. Update buyer and seller update in time of appraisal, confirm appraised value, clear appraisal conditions, remove appraisal and loan contingencies. Whenever this client update box is checked, it's going to email the client an automatic message whenever you check this item off. And it's going to send them a little message that says, hey, client, we just went ahead and we finished up this item on your deal. There might be some customizability to that messaging. That wouldn't be in the checklist area though. It would be over in a different area. But so every stage inside of your pipeline has a checklist. So if we just start with buyers cultivate. See, we have somebody in there. And we take a look at Robin. Here we go. We have 6 items on the cultivate checklist. Complete setup of search for buyer. Or put on drip campaign if needed. Assist buyer with pre-approval, broker, banker referrals, or Keller Mortgage pre-approval. Compile a list of properties to show to the buyer. So it just gives you really, really basic steps, right? In every single step of your transaction, whether you're buyer, seller, landlord, tenant, there's a checklist for you. And you can customize it. I find that that process 6 years into selling real estate is a little bit cumbersome for me, right? So I have more of a streamlined checklist that mostly happens in my mind. But if I took that and I put it down on paper for my teammates, which, you know, we could do. I mean, you could throw a lot on there. And I would recommend that you go through, like Jayla, your good example, go through your first 5 transactions. Come up with the broad strokes of what you think should be on your checklist. Command will give it to you. So if you're brand new, start with Command. And then from there, as you close the deal, start to write into your draft checklist these things that you're adding into your service offerings, you know, that are unique from your competition. And then track those items accordingly, and then bring them over in Command and drop them into your checklist if you want. You can do that. But that's how you use checklists in opportunities in Command. I wish we wouldn't have lost all of our PC students today, because we would have had more questions and that would have been helpful. Does anybody have a question on Command right now? Is anybody stuck on anything?
I'm just trying to
You two are brand new.
interact the document sign thing with the,
Command?
yeah.
Okay, so the first thing you have to do to make your DocuSign work with your Command is you have to integrate it.
Yep.
So you have to get into your settings, okay? Once you get into your settings, the integration page defaults to the main page that comes up, and you want to just find DocuSign on the list, and then from there, integrate your account. Have you done this already?
So I've done that, but sometimes it doesn't connect all the way to where I'll have to email it to myself, like send it to myself in an envelope in an email, download it on my computer, and then do like a self-upload or manual upload.
And then that's because you're using like a form instead of your library through your
Yeah,
board,
probably.
right? So you've got extra steps. So once you link your DocuSign, it should look like this. Yes, ma'am. So when you get in here, there it is. Let's scrub a little bit. There it is right there. And it should say that you're connected, and it should show your email address. You guys have something like that?
Yep, I did that at home.
Okay, beautiful. So then once that's integrated, let me get you into DocuSign. I want to show you guys how you add your NARDS number when you join a board. Have you already joined your board?
I did, I just got the number of my email.
Oh, that's beautiful. So then we can do this right now. So this is how this works. If you need to drop your NARDS number in your DocuSign, after you join the board, you're going to log into your DocuSign. Okay, and then once you're in DocuSign, excuse me. That's why the jazz music is good in the background, because there's something to listen to with all the computer spinning time. You don't want to be on the e-signature side. Everybody watch this. You want to flip over to rooms. So you got to switch over to rooms first. And then from rooms, You're gonna click on your little name bubble up here that looks like a person, and you're gonna get into preferences. Once you get into your preferences, you're gonna go to integrations. Okay, computer, I'm asking you to take me to integrations now. There we go. Thank you. And then right here is your DocuSign settings right here. So where it says National Association of Realtors, owners me, company forms me, you would just add a provider there and you're adding your board. Okay. And then you'll see when you bring this option in, there'll be a place for you to put your NARDS number. See my NARDS number right there? And then right here, it shows my par.
All of the forms and stuff should automatically pop up.
Yep. Once you get your NARDS number into that integrations tab, and that's done, here's what it's going to look like, you guys. You're going to be back over here in one of your rooms. Let's say I want to add a document. Okay, let's say I have a brand new room where I want to bring in a document. And I have a template I can use for this. So here's my buyer template. So I'm inside of a room and I want to add a document. You just go to the Documents tab and click Add from DocuSign Forms. And then your libraries are going to pop up for you. And they're going to look like this right here. Here's my Market Center library and all the forms that I can get from Eva and Alana. Here's that commission statement we were talking about earlier, right there. Here's my PAR library right here, which you guys should already have. You should already have access to, oh no, not PAR, the Market Center. You already have access to that one. So you should see that one library.
I do, but when I click on it, it tells me that, like, it asks me to enter my numbers and stuff in, like,
Yeah.
Not for the brokerage. You're talking about for NAR or PAR, it would do that. Okay. So this is the brokerage library for our Market Center. This is PAR, which you'll be able to access once you put your NARDS number in. Okay. And West Penn, you already have access to.
right.
So you can do a listing because all of your listing paperwork is in the West Penn library. Okay. So you can do a listing now, but until you join your board, I mean, you can still represent a buyer, but you got to get documents from someone, right? Easiest way to do them is just to come to Alana and have her print them and then just fill them up by hand. Okay. That's what you got to do. So pick any form.
What was it called? The seller's disclosure.
All right. The seller's disclosure is in the West Penn multi-list. And here it is right here. See that? Now, you guys probably know your seller.
We have to go on the. Do it that way or not?
What side, honey?
The West Penn side,
Yeah.
like the matrix.
Yeah, you wouldn't do your seller's disclosure on the matrix. Yeah, you can go ahead and get it right from DocuSign. Okay. So, of course, your seller's disclosure has to be in your seller's handwriting. They can fill it out digitally. They're allowed to do that. It is extremely tedious for people to do. A lot of people want to use their phone. They can't read that form on the phone. You really need to have a laptop. And even on the laptop, you check all those boxes. And then you ever have a PDF that you edit and then you save it and then the edits aren't there?
Yes.
I've had that happen to a seller before on a 9-page seller's disclosure. I'm telling you, they don't want to do that. I have never done that to a seller ever again. I will not do the seller's disclosure digitally. It is too much of a pain in the butt. I will have them handwrite it and I will help them with it. Right? I mean, I literally stand there and help them with it. But one of the things that you can do from here is you can type in the seller's name, you could put in the property, you could put in the age, you could put in the years they've owned it. But I don't even like doing that. I don't even want to digitally complete the seller's disclosure for the seller. My hands are off the seller's disclosure. It is printed blank. You are filling out in its entirety.
Well, what about the initials for the buyers?
Then at that point, if you're the listing agent, you're attaching that to the MLS as an attachment. The buyer's agent is downloading that attachment and they're getting their buyer's initials on that document. If you're the buyer's agent, you're downloading that seller's disclosure from the West Penn multi-list as an attachment.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, you're getting your buyer's signatures on there and then
They've
your
already sold out their.
seller's already, right.
But one problem I ran into is I sent over, I think an addendum, I filed a change of time addendum because the listing agent didn't get back to me and he really wanted this house. And I said, all right, we'll give him another day. So I filed an addendum, had him sign it, like through DocuSign. I sent it over to the listing agent. She sent it back to me and it only has a buyer's initials on it or signature on it. I was
So she
like,
sent you back the same thing you sent to her.
well, I had already had my guy sign it, you know.
So she sent it back to you with only her person's
Right,
signatures
and I
on
was
it.
like, where did his signature go?
Or she used another form.
But it had like I filled out the addendum, like the change of time addendum.
Mhm. Was
So
it
it-
typed or handwritten?
No, I typed it through DocuSign
Mhm.
and all that was on there, just his signature was missing.
Right, but it sounds like what she did is somehow she got a copy of that document before he signed it. And then she went ahead and she had her person sign it before he signed it. And so you guys ended up with two copies of the same document, one with her signature, one with your signature.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Which we
worked
just sent
together.
them both the title and they took it, so,
That's interesting. Yeah, because they should be together.
Yeah.
On one document. So title probably shouldn't have accepted that. But think of it this way. If you're using an envelope, are you sending that envelope to the other agent? I'm not either. I'm only sending that envelope to my clients.
yeah, they don't need to see everything that we
Right.
do.
I also don't want to give the other agent access to my DocuSign room,
Very true.
right? So the only parties in my envelope are my people who are signing. After they sign, I download that document and I email it over to the agent.
Right,
Right now, she's got a flat with my signatures on it that she's got to go get signed. She can't even manipulate it, can she?
I'm gonna see if she's in my room. Maybe that's what I did, maybe that's how. she-
Maybe that's how she got in your room. And maybe that's how she got access to that form to have her people to sign it before your people signed it. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Okay, so that could be what happened there. Yeah, that's for Doug's daughter, I think. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, the seller's disclosure is a fun one. No, I just added that to my buyer's room, so I'm going to archive that. All right, what other command questions do we have? This class is all about really doing stuff on the computer in command. So if you guys come next week, bring your laptops with you, okay? And we'll try to do more on-hand stuff in command. Makes me want to have a cookie. Does anybody else want a cookie? Do you want to take a cookie to your daughter? We should do that.
Oh, I think we had to.
Too many cookies?
I didn't even see that. I know you probably got a good.
Doug, do you want a cookie?
If you want,
I don't know.
the hoagies and pizza.
The pieces look good. Doug, do you have a command question? Come on. Anything?
I have a lot of questions.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
give me one.
I can't get my contacts up.
So you're trying to do an upload with the spreadsheet with the template? Do you have the template all filled out?
Mhm.
Did you change the name of the file? Did you change the file type? You sure? Did you delete any columns
I've done it 17 times,
with the same spreadsheet,
literally 17 different ways.
but with the same spreadsheet?
Mhm.
Your spreadsheet's corrupted. So
I'm
I,
using one off of,
yeah, but it got corrupted somewhere along the way. So it's not working.
I'm not using the same exact template every time. I'm combining it.
Does that mean you're copying your data over?
George introduced this new app 2 months ago, 3 months ago.
An app?
Mhm.
Mhm.
It worked for everybody,
But not you.
but not me.
Interesting. So is George helping you with that? Good. It's actually you got to go to for George's app. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Listen, y'all. 3 weeks.
Mhm.
3 weeks I've been coming here, giving y'all a chance to take these.
Oh, I'm gonna take the thin
Too
mints.
late.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
For real?
No, go ahead.
Let's see what else.
I'm dead serious. Go ahead.
No, I've got.
No, I
some
promise.
last
No, I'm just. Take them. That's what they're for.
I haven't wanted to seem like super stingy. I'm like, No, you can have it Thin Mints, I swear. I bought like 4 boxes later on. Yeah,
I already had my fill of Girl Scout cookies this year.
yeah. No, I found a Girl Scout stand one day driving back from a showing. And I stopped and I was like, let me have.
That's what I did, another case.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I'll just beat that up next time.
So Doug, tomorrow contacts should be resolved. And then bulk assign that, download my app Smart Plan. And get your app out to everybody. But before you do that, make sure your marketing profile's done.
Everything in it's done.
Good.
Yeah. I mean,
You've been busy.
Yeah, I'm running most of the MC now, but I'm gonna be doing reverse prospecting for leads, so I'm not doing this for.
No.
Tag your Girl Scout.
Tag you're it.
Did you get one of these?
I
Mhm.
did. Should I get one?
No, I didn't take extras.
I was gonna say, should I give one to my sister?
Yeah, and take that rate sheet is huge if you want to, yeah.
Hmm.
Those rate sheets are, that's why she brought extras of the rate sheets, because they're commonly misplaced. You should put that on your wall next to your, wherever you do your work. That's a big help, huge help.
So what else? Command. Have you set up your marketing profile yet?
Mhm.
Okay. Have you
Um,
downloaded your app to your phone?
I wanna leave my kid outside.
I'm like my first week or so, once I got in here, I sat and watched a lot of the
Scott Leroy, did
YouTube videos and stuff like that.
you do your website?
Yep.
Good job. Good job. Have you done a social media campaign yet?
I'm not,
Want to learn how?
I will.
Okay, you want to do this?
Don't
with
you
me?
have to pay for them though? That's what I was like,
No, you can do a paid one or you can do a non-paid one. You want to do a non-paid one?
just to check it out.
Jump into where the megaphone is, where campaigns start.
I've looked through them, I just never,
You just haven't done it yet.
right.
Do you have a Facebook business page? Okay, beautiful. Do you have something you want to put out there? Want to look for buyers or sellers?
Ooh, for sellers.
Smart woman. So what kind of copy could we write to attract some sellers?
What do you mean?
You know, some text, some copy, some conversation.
If we get like. I like to target certain areas.
There we go. Okay, so what area do we want to target?
You can do Highland Park, I've been spending a lot of time there.
All right, let's focus on Highland Park. So if you go to campaigns for me,
Mhm.
tell me when you're there,
I'm there.
right? And then click that create a campaign button. And you should be at the same spot I'm at. Got it? Then pick social post. Now, if we did a paid, you could use the Facebook lead gen form, and every time they click, it would ask them to enter their information, and then their information would be directly dumped into your contacts, and you'd get an alert that you got a lead.
I just don't want to be that like annoying ad, you know what I mean?
So
That I'm
every-
like, get out.
Everybody's afraid of this when they first get into sales. They're afraid to ask for business because they don't want to be that person that everybody hates, right? But you got to look past that, darling. You can't worry about that.
Gotta go on the road and see. Right?
Have a good
Yeah.
trip, Doug. You can't worry about rejection. You just got to
Right.
ask, right? You got to remind yourself that it's not about you. That
Right.
you're not annoying them. They don't care about what you got going on. They're getting a million ads thrown at their face every second of every day. They're not even paying attention to most of them.
Right,
The people that aren't looking to buy or sell, they won't pay any attention to your ad.
right,
It only catch the people who are looking to sell,
right.
right? And hopefully. So you had a screen that looks like mine? Did you click social post?
Yep.
So where are you at?
Oh, I guess kind of, you just have more.
Are you in create campaign?
Okay.
So you haven't connected any of your profiles yet.
I should.
So
I
it's,
just looked at my settings.
yeah, it's not finding you there. It's not finding, so let's jump into your settings. Let's jump back up into settings.
No. I was just looking at the DocuSign.
I know, and I'm gonna say no to that so I can get back into settings. Sometimes they fall off though if you don't use them. It's not on the command side, it's on the channel side. Facebook does updates and so you want to get into your settings. It's just incredibly slow. Yes, I'm sure I want to leave the page.
Next settings.
Actually, it's right on that main page. You should see your Facebook and your Instagram. And we might need to clear your
I
cache.
don't have an Instagram, but I just created a Twitter. So, connected.
And that looks like it's connected to you.
Mm,
Is that the name of your Facebook business page?
Yes.
Okay,
And
that's
then,
Facebook Ads Manager. See that Facebook post scheduling?
yeah,
That's the difference.
okay.
Connect that one. There you go. There you go. Say connect that. Oh, it wants you to select the page. Create new page or click here to return. Please select a page. Is there anything you can click there? So it's not seeing you're even having a Facebook page.
It did this with the other one, but
Click here to refresh the list. So when you say create a new one, what does it do?
yeah, I think this is what I had to do with my last one. Then I had to like log in and then all of a sudden it connected.
Right.
Yeah, I see this.
So that's your business page
Yeah, I'm
there?
already logged into it.
Okay, this looks like it's finished. Is it finished? Because it kind of looks like you're in the middle of it. And that's your business page, not your personal.
Right.
Beautiful picture. Yes.
I hated my headshots.
It
so-
still feels like a personal page to me, Lorna. I don't know why.
I mean, I've got like all my stuff filled out here,
Yeah, let me show you what mine says. Mine will say, hold on.
which I need to change my header.
Yeah, mine just says Kris Keller too. I can't get to my Facebook on this laptop. Let me show you on the phone. Okay, the page that you just showed me looks a lot like my Facebook page. Which is kind of like this. Right? It's got that little picture, it's got the big picture. Sweet, choose your friends, choose your post, scroll down for me. Intro, post, no friends, scroll down, maybe that does business. There's your photos, scroll down. Any friends? There you go, there's your friends, right? Okay, beautiful. When I go to my business page, it looks like well, that's not my business page, Facebook. Let's check. Yeah, you know what? It's because of the back of the phone.
You might have to like, yeah, put your profile.
No, it's the phone. It's the phone condensing stuff. See? So here's what my business page looks like. So I see details like where I'm located. See how I don't have friends? It's just like a wall.
Right.
It's a little bit different. Okay, so when you're on your profile, go to your profile.
Cause I'm on my profile.
Okay, then say those buttons there, those three buttons. No,
Oh,
down,
okay.
yeah. Say, no, it's not there.
Profile and tag.
No, I'm looking for add a page. Go ahead and click those buttons up there. Thank you.
Add.
Yeah, oh no, that's an
Oh,
ad.
yeah, that's, yeah.
Yeah, post story, room, group post, page. See that page? There you go. And this is where you were when you came
Okay.
in. So it looks like you were about to create a business page.
Okay.
Looks like you had a personal Facebook and now you want to create your business page.
Yeah,
So
good.
I would use something after your name, real estate. So you can tell the difference between your personal and your business, okay? Because Command will only integrate with a Facebook business page. It will not integrate with your personal. It won't do that.
Right, but it connected with the Facebook ads one.
Because that's the ads manager. So over on the ads manager, it's like you bought an ads manager account associated with a personal page. That's a separate thing than connecting your Facebook business page with Command. There's two different options. You have an ads manager and you just have regular Facebook. Okay, ads manager is going to cost you money.
Well, hopefully.
I mean, if you use it.
Right.
So this one, I would, yeah, put your name in front of it because otherwise that page name is just going to be real estate. So put your name and then real estate. and then keep building that out from there.
Whenever I made that page, I even put like, it says, is this personal business? And I put business.
It might have not saved it, might have not made it all the way to the end of setting that up. But in order to do campaigns in Command, and I'm saying this for the camera because it's recording us for other people to watch.
Yeah.
You want to have a Facebook personal page, a Facebook business page, an Instagram business page, a Twitter business page, which Twitter could be changing soon now that Elon Musk has bought it. You want to have a LinkedIn page. You might want to have a Pinterest board, because that's a great way to meet people. And of course, you want to have your website, you want to have your app. And then you start to get into profiles, like profile on Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, Sold.com.
There's not a way I can just turn my other one that I have like everybody connected to,
No,
because that's the one I've been like putting my advertisements on, and I've
Yeah.
got my website, like my KW website.
yeah, everything that you put on your personal page, you can share to your business page after you create your business page. And everybody who's a friend on your personal page, you can invite to your business page once you create your business page.
That's what I did on my, because I do have a personal, Facebook,
Yeah,
and I added people off of that to this one, just that are in this area.
yeah. So you don't have to use your business page all the time. You can use your personal page for business, but Facebook will shut you down if you don't have a business page. They will not allow you to produce commerce ads on a personal page for an extended period of time. When they catch on to the fact that you don't have a business page, they will shut you down.
Oh, I didn't know.
And it may just not have saved it for you.